Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Africa Health Agenda International Conference 2023 in the beautiful city of Kigali. This is a global health conference started on Africa, by Africa, in Africa, for Africa in 2014. So it's been running since 2014, and this is the 5th edition.
In the next 3 days, we will be covering many aspects of numerous health challenges that we face on the continent and beyond, including the biggest global health threat in the 21st century, and that is climate change. The ultimate goal for us is to improve the health and well-being of African people as envisaged in Africa Union's Agenda 2063, the Africa that we want.
The environment we live in is under pressure from many diseases. And indeed, we know that humans, we as humans, we are the ones disrupting this harmony between environment, the humans, and the animals. Because the nature has been that the harmony be stable. And when a disconnection happens, this is how we get diseases. Because of increase of temperature, because of waterborne diseases, we benefit from those disruptions. And because we know more viruses are emerging and evolving because they have better environment, and because we are destroying our own environment and nature to the benefit of diseases. So we humans, we are causing those disruptions. We should be the one to repair that, not the animals, not the environment. So that at least is clear to all of us. And this conference brings again that reflection on our role, responsibility to live in an environment that we wish to leave and legacy for our children and our grandchildren.
When I look back, I ask myself, what happened to those great ideas? Why didn't they took roots? I guess our conversations today are geared toward ensuring that we learn from the past and we don't repeat the same mistakes. In other words, how do we make current efforts sustainable and most importantly, how do we move from talk to action and reduce the over-reliance on importation of the health products and technologies that we consume and dearly need?
When they open their eyes, is it lifeless shades of gray, or have you added enough color to brighten their day? Here, we are builders. We build our communities build our homes build our children build peace.
Today, as I'm telling you, we have many people, young people, now talking about indigenous knowledge, and we are helping them to understand it vis-a-vis conservation. For our community and my organization, we have rehabilitated over 200 acres within Mao Forest Complex with indigenous trees because of herbal medicine, because of many other issues, to prove to the government that we can do it. Now we are talking with the government to see how they can settle our community and have them a chance to become conservators and protectors of our knowledge as well as our climate.
So it's really essential for us to really have a hard look at this fragmented global health architecture. To do that, we need to rationalize the current architecture, and then it's really important that we make to produce at least reduce competition that we are having, and then what I feel that there is need of better coordination, sharing data, as well as working for the same goals.
in place. You also need to have the basic structures of government in place, that's been alluded to here many times, because those are the ones that eventually can find ways to generate enough money for the country to start being donor independent.
The civil society organizations can play a key role, because civil society organizations are usually, they have a finger on the pulse of what the critical issues are and how they affect the populations with whom they work. So they can actually get involved in, I hope that, and they need to make inroads into what the ministries of health are doing in preparation for this with the capitals, because then they can add to the scientific evidence and the framing of the arguments that are taken onto those, onto those platforms.
Ladies and gentlemen, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to the closure of the climate mitigation and adaptation gaps, because funding them will be more cost-effective than funding emergency responses to more frequent and severe climate shocks.
Sometimes we hold back those very important things because we feel that our voice is not relevant, when in fact our voices are probably the most relevant, because they reflect the communities from where we come, the countries from where we come, our experiences. So I just want to say Happy Women's Day.
All of you, happy International Women's Day.